Hi there. Welcome back to Wildsunne Art Studio. My name is Robinsunne, and today we are going to be having part 2 of my elephant journal. So today I thought I would take you through decorating a page. I have here a triple fold, a triple fold pocket. I wish I had thought before, and I didn't, about showing you how I did this. So this is the wrong size. It's not tall enough. But basically, I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I cut it to be this long, which is almost 13 centimeters or about 5 inches. I don't really think it makes any difference. It just needs to be a good size for the page that you're working on. So if this was a bigger page, it could be a taller pocket if you wanted it to be. So anyway, you take a width of paper that fits, is a good size for you, and you fold it in thirds. And now I cut the front here in a pretty sharp curve. If I put some green behind it, you can see that, right? So this curve here is kind of like that curve, right? And then there's also a curve on the back piece of paper as well, but it doesn't come down as low. About sort of kind of like that. I'm sorry, I forgot about figuring out this a little more elegantly for you. So there's a pocket for the back. The way I made that into a pocket is I glued right down here and folded that closed. And then I glued right here and I folded that closed. So the bottom of this piece is all affixed properly. And then I have a little pocket in the back and a little tuck spot in the front. That's kind of how that goes. We don't need that. Okay, so I was thinking that I would use one of my pockets here, and I took some ink. This is Ranger's Distress Oxide in Peacock Feathers. So I like the colors rather than aging it. I just wanted to make these lines a little easier to see so you really get the juiciness of this pocket. And interestingly enough, the pattern of flowers here in kind of a peachy color is, well, it's not is it the exact same? Maybe it is the exact same. Yes, it is. As this in green. So I thought it'd be really fun to put this pocket on this paper. So we don't need that there. Tell you what, right, like this, let's just glue that in place. So I was telling you in the previous video that I pre-made a whole bunch of these pockets, and I pre-made some envelopes and pre-made all kinds of little decorative things. So that when I got to, after I had bound this book, and I got to the part where I got to embellish the pages, I would have a bunch of choices of pockets and envelopes and decorations and stuff. So I'm going to take an envelope in this color. I kind of like how pastel-y this is all looking. This is a pre-made envelope, And here is a piece of office paper that's folded in half and then in thirds. And this envelope was actually cut so that I could fold paper like that, which is a great journaling size. And I am going to put that in the back. Oh, come to think of it, I wanted to tell you that I pre-made a bunch of feathers. And did you see that when I glued the back of this, I glued in a U shape, which leaves that open. Now I'm going to let that dry for a bit, but I want to put a backing card on the feather, and then I will stick the feather in there for sure. But for now, let's go with the fact that the envelope will fit right there. And what would I like to put in there? Oh, I know what I thought would be a good idea for that. I thought I would take some of my little pre-made books. I'm sorry, I had you a little bit out of range. So there's the feather in the back. And here is the pocket right there. And then I was thinking I would put a little book right in front there, but I don't want it to be that tall, so I'm going to cut it. I think maybe I'll cut it to about here. And then I'll do a really quick pamphlet stitch along here. I'm going to do 3 let me show you. So I did a hole there and a hole there, and I'll do a hole here. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. I'm going to leave the tail on the inside. And I'm making sort of a figure 8, going out from the middle, down and in from the bottom, now out from the middle again, and I will come in from the top. And then I will cut that off. And we'll tie it here. I'm going to do a surgeon's knot right there, which is just a double twist. Instead of going around once, go around twice. And a regular single knot. That's just a little sturdier. We can be a little more assured. I'm going to move that up for just a sec because I would like to make some little charms. And you know what? I've been using circles a lot, so just to be new and exciting, what if I make a couple of diamonds? So I've got 4 little cards here. 2 for this string and 2 for that, you know, the front and back for this string and the front and back for the other string. Let's try. I'm going to keep that sort of similar. I'm just flipping this back and forth so that, wait a minute, let's even that up. And then I will align this corner and this corner with this corner and this corner, but this will be upside down, so we get the bottom and the top of the diamond to match. That's sort of correct. Goodness. It's a confetti show. And now we will match this cut and this cut. Now we have 4 little diamonds that are pretty closely aligned. So we are in, gonna make a little puddle of glue there. A little puddle of glue there. Oh, how do I want to do this so that any extra glue will get on the table where I can wipe it off rather than on paper where I kind of can't. And I'll just sandwich this on top and squish it. Hopefully that will dry in the right way. Get a Kleenex and wipe up that extra glue. There's one. There's 2. Later on, when these are all dry, I might take a pen and draw like a little sort of Zen doodly thing on my little charms just to make them more intriguing. Okay. Ooh, and I was also thinking that it would be fun to put a little ornamented ticket here, and I might get a typewritten word, maybe put it there, something like that. Let's make a pocket. It's kind of intense. Oh, I don't want to use that blue again. Okay, so these are going to go like in here. Yeah, I still don't like that blue. It's just intense, but I like it better than I like the light blue. This is going to be a pretty general pocket. And I'm going to, it's not actually very straight. It's a little better. Now I'm going to draw a U shape again with the glue. If I want that there, I'll put the pocket right there. Can you see? Yes, you can. I don't think that'll squish too much. So I'm going to put that in there to dry. Sorry. I need to move this back into view. So we've got a pocket with a little booklet. Let's see if I have a word. This is kind of fun. I'm keeping my words. This is the one I found. I'm in my eyeglasses case, which is maybe slightly silly. It's going to be too long. So what if we just have the quote? La la la. You read that? We have a deal. Yeah, I think I can get that to fit if I just trim it really closely. I think that works. Just barely. Do we like it there? No, I like it up on top. And I know I'm using Elmer's, and I know that that can wrinkle paper, especially the paper that novels are printed on, which is not really usually very sturdy or thick paper. It's actually quite thin. It's interesting. I've been thinking about some issues of self-care and am getting closer to making a deal with myself about how I will work a little harder at standing up for myself. I would like to put a backing. Would we like to put green? It's a little bright, maybe. Would I like to put a darker green? I don't know. The yellow, do we like that? Or do we like this better? What else have I got? I can't use that color, I don't think. Isn't that, yeah, that's the same color. That'd be really, I don't think I can make that fit. That's going to be really tight. I wonder if I have any more of that color. I don't think I do. I've been, ooh, nope. Been using up this color pretty fast. All right, let's get back to, I don't know though. I was going to put this here, and then I thought that looked a little, I mean, it would leave a lot of journaling space, which is a good thing. Maybe that's a great idea. Let's just glue that there. And I'm going to go with the lighter green color. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had us out of view. I was talking about putting this here and leaving lots of space for journaling. So I think I'm going to do that. And this will have to go in that direction. The glue flow down. And I'm just going to draw a line of glue. I'll go down the center, and that kind of leaves space for all these little fringes to potentially you know, come up and be a little dimensional. What I want to do is cut an echo of cardstock. There, so what I'm doing, again, when I glued this in, I drew a U-shaped line of glue, which leaves a very thin pocket back here, but that will fit the feather perfectly. And then there is our envelope. Oh, that's going to take a lot for me to stand up to that. But that's okay. I guess I'm worth it. And then I'm going to... That's horrible. I shouldn't say I guess I'm worth it. I should say totally am completely worth it. You know, having been brought up in this culture, it's sometimes pretty hard to believe that the universe stands with us when we seek to take good care of ourselves. Like, who, me? Do I deserve that? Yeah, I guess the time has come for me to prove the theory. Okay, I'm a little worried that some of this is going to, some of the glue behind this weaving is going to pop out. So I'm going to put a piece of waxed paper in here while this dries. Anyway, there's another little spread that we got to do together. So that's terrific. I want to thank you for your company. It is very amazing and wonderful to have you all here with me making art, which is best case scenario in my life. I'm just not sure that I could ask for any better outcome. So how about this? I wish for all of us to have the perfect people to make art with in our lives. May we be well. Bye.